Children from fatherless homes are a greater threat to society. 72% of adult murders are committed by fatherless children. 60% of rapists come from fatherless homes. 85% of state prison inmates come from fatherless homes. 70% of juveniles in reform institutions are fatherless. 30% more likely to abuse drugs and/or alcohol. Twice as likely to drop out of school. 11 times more likely to exhibit violent behavior at school. Dramatically more likely to commit suicide. More likely to engage in early sexual activity. So Tanner and I had tickets to the Sky Sox game. So I took him and his little brother and took my son. And so the four of us are there and looking around, and he's having a great time just running around. And he came over and I said, "Hey Tanner, what do you think?" He says, "Man, I've never been to a baseball game before, and I've never been in a stadium." And his eyes were just huge and just smiled from ear to ear. And so we just had a really great time together. Fathers in the Field is a ministry of Calvary Worship Center, and we have the honor of putting mentor fathers or men in the church that are willing to mentor boys that are from fatherless homes.
I signed up because I had just left a job working with teens in the foster care system. And after a few months being away from that job and being away from the teens, I realized working with teens just makes me a better person. So even though I'm not married and I don't have any kids of my own, I decided to get involved because there's a need. All you need to be is a willing person to make an impact on someone's life.
Tanner's really happy when he gets to spend time with his mentor. He looks up to him daily. When he runs into an issue, he thinks about his mentor. He learns things to do with his mentor that I couldn't do with him. He does services with this program that he's able to help other people. He's able to go to church. He's able to learn about God.
I do Bible studies. That are the little things that you read God things and then you write the answer to the question. And then after that you get a gift for doing it.
He loves this program. It's really good for him. It keeps him happy and it keeps him looking forward down the road.
Research shows that mentored children are 46% less likely to use drugs or alcohol, 33% less likely to resort to violence, 59% more likely to get better grades.
Well, the Fathers in the Field ministry for me started out after a men's breakfast. They had a guest speaker and they talked about this ministry. And when I go home at night, I sleep like a rock. But that particular night, I tossed and turned all night. I couldn't get this conversation out of my head that this gentleman talked about at this men's breakfast. My parents were great. They were married over 55 years. My dad was great, but we didn't live in a Christian household. He was a good dad, but there wasn't a biblical father figure in the house. I came to know Christ after my children were grown and out of the house, and that was difficult for me to handle because I didn't raise them as I felt I should. I was a good dad, but not a biblical father figure to them. That was just one of the things. And then I was always very good at looking around and seeing the issues that other people had and thinking, well, that they made their bed, now they can lay in it. But the fact was, in my own family, okay, I had two brothers. They had 3 boys between the 2 of them. And a couple years ago, Pastor Al gave statistics just like you heard from Kevin moments ago. And in those statistics, it hit home to me. Both of my brothers struggled with heroin. They're both gone now. They both spent many years in prison. My oldest brother, Michael, died in prison in 1990. My younger brother, Matt, spent 11 years in prison. They weren't there for their boys. And I saw that, and as an uncle, I felt ashamed, but that wasn't the time in my life. But now Christ has laid it on my heart. And it's a wonderful ministry. I can't tell you how much that means to me. And fellas, I think it's great to be a father in the congregation, but we need to have you to become fathers in the field also.
Moms like me, who are single and have kids and who don't have fathers for our kids, we really appreciate this. This program is such an impact on our kids, on their hearts. If you have the time and the availability to help moms like me with our sons, to get involved and mentor them through God, mentor them through yourself, through this church. Please come help us. Please come get involved. There's so many of us, and our kids need mentors. Our kids need fathers. And this program is so good, so encouraging, so wonderful. To see a look on my son's face every day from a year ago when he started the program, it's incredible. It is amazing. So please come help us. Come get involved. Be part of something wonderful. Be part of something great and big and change someone's life.
What I realized that day after the baseball game was that I gave Tanner something new, a new memory, something fun that we had done together. And there's been so many of those in this past 18 months that we've been together. And so I want to encourage each of you guys, each of you men, to really consider making a difference in a boy's life. I want to invite you guys to the Life Center to talk with us so we can tell you more about the opportunity to get involved with a boy and what Fathers in the Field is all about.